This is official. Congressional lawmakers are finally addressing Social Security and Medicare. Groups of Democrats and Republicans are moving forward with funding important programs for seniors and retirees. More monthly checks will be going at this year. Friend, this is a good news, so please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Welcome to Updates Area YouTube channel. Senate Republican Rick Scott circulated a letter to his Senate colleagues today, urging them to back his plan to ensure that the federal government does not default on interest payments or payments to Social Security beneficiaries. That's if Congress fails to raise a debt limit before the Treasury Department runs out. A borrowing authority, Senator Rick Scott's bill, which is co-sponsored by Senate Republican Ron Johnson, is called the Full Faith and Credit Act and would require the U.S. Treasury Department to continue to pay the principal and interest on the debts that held by the public and ensure that Social Security payments continue to old age and disability beneficiaries. It would also prioritizing payments to active members of the armed service and U.S. Coast Guard and compensation and pension provider by the Veterans Affairs Department. Finally, it would also instruct the Treasury Department to prioritize mid-care payments. This bill ensures that U.S. Treasury Department will not run out of money to cover debt payments, Social Security payments and other stipulated obligations because it requires a Treasury Secretary to notify Congress of any expected revenue shortfall and raise a debt limit by the amount necessary to cover those priorities. On a 2-week basis, Senator Rick Scott called bill a common sense solution that protects entitlement programs, ensure our military members are taken care and takes a default issue off the table. By mandating interest payment on our debt, the Florida senator said President Biden and USA Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen possess the full authority to prioritize debt payments and ensure that the full faith and credit of the United States is never in the question. Ron Johnson, in a separate statement, has recently said this legislation will guarantee that the government does not default on its own debt and prioritize spending for the men and women in our military as well as those who depend on Social Security, Medicare and veteran benefits. Senate Democrats have rejected past Republicans' calls to prioritize interest and Social Security payments in the event that Congress fails to pass legislation to raise a debt limit before the government runs out of borrowing authority. Republicans, newly empowered with a House majority, are demanding spending cuts as a price for lifting the debt ceiling and averting a catastrophic default on USA debt, but they are struggling to identify what to cut. So that was it for today guys, and I hope you liked the video. Please leave a like and also hit the subscribe button. I will see you next one. Bye bye.